Jerome Powell just did what? That's right, folks. The US Federal Reserve Chairman, Jerome Powell, is back at it again this week, raising interest rates again. I'm Andrew Ferguson, and in this video, I'm going to share with you Jerome Powell's history of money printing and where I expect the Federal Reserve to go next. The ability to artificially print money and prop up an economy was actually something that was in place long before Jerome Powell came to power. That ability actually started once the US and the world went off the gold standard thanks to the Bretton Woods Agreement back in the 1940s. With the creation of a dollar-backed system that we use today, it allowed economies around the world, including the US, to just print more money or do quantitative easing in times of financial turmoil. And even though Jerome Powell, who came into power as the federal chair in 2018 and was renewed for another four-year term in 2022, has used money printing to his advantage to prop up the economy, it's not anything new.
Flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did.
We experienced similar trends in 2008, 2009, 2010 with the fall of the subprime mortgage crisis in the US. Money printing was the answer back then, and every time there's been some kind of monetary turbulence in the system, it continues to be the answer for politicians and policymakers alike. You may have heard about Jerome Powell back in 2020 during the coronavirus pandemic. At that time, he was actually trying to combat the recession caused by the lockdowns, the supply chain shortages around the world and in the US, and quantitative easing was the policy that he chose. He needed an influx of capital into banks, governments, citizens' pockets to keep the whole system running.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally.
What's the actual cause of money printing? No, well, it's because of our debt-based society, which we touched on. Countries around the world, USA, Canada, and worldwide, find it easier to continue to grow the debt than actually try to manage it and pay it down. Smash the like button if you're getting some value today. It's kind of like going to the mall and seeing one of those donation bins where you drop the penny, you drop the coin in around the big yellow bin, and it keeps spiraling around and around and around and around all the way to the end, where it starts going super fast, and it's gone. I don't know what point we're at in that spiral, but the easiest thing to do is to keep having the penny go down and further down the cycle. That's what's happening with our economy. We're just adding more debt and piling it on and getting that coin to spin faster. Now, there are conflicting reports out there, but it's estimated that anywhere from 40 to 60% of the dollars in the US financial system were printed into existence within the last 2 years. And as we've seen, there is some kind of correlation towards that and inflation because we've had this rampant inflation problem that Jerome Powell is now trying to solve with interest rate hikes. But it seems that it's just a cause and effect type scenario where more money printing leads to more inflation, which leads back to more money printing, quantitative easing, which the cycle continues to go, and the penny keeps going around, down until it's obviously gone. So you've seen Jerome Powell increase interest rates all year long. Let me know in the comments down below if you think that's going to continue with another interest rate increase next month. For my money, I think it's going to, but I think it's the cause and effect again that raising interest rates will hurt the economy long term, which means we're going to have more money printing ahead. So even though Jerome Powell is on record for saying that interest rates will increase into the future, I do believe he's going to take a step back sooner rather than later and monitor the situation from afar, see the impact on things like businesses and real estate market. He's also gone on record as saying the housing market needs to cool down a little bit, which can affect mortgage rates and mortgage lending. So if you like this video, got some value, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see what mortgage trigger rates are and how they can actually affect your variable rate mortgage, make sure you check out this video right here.